Okay, and we are live. So guys, I just fixed my OBS. Now we can record in 4K. So I'm gonna start doing latest news. You could check me out daily. So first thing I wanted to go through is there's this propaganda pushing news channel from Jordan. They're just like Al Jazeera and just like Middle East Eye, Royal News English. So they put out this bragging because, so this is the headline: Qassam releases video showing tactics used to mislead Israeli soldiers. Right? Like the big bad Hamas is doing this on purpose, but this only came out after the IDF released a video of them trying to deceive the IDF. They were hiding bodies, they were burying bodies, trying to act like they just dug it out. So this was their response. They came out and actually admitted that they did it, but now they're trying to say they did it as a military tactic, and they're, to deceive the Yahud. So let's check it out. This is the official video from Hamas. So as you guys see, once again, they're gloating about, trying to deceive Israel once again. That's the story of Hamas. So the funny part is, for 2 years, everyone has been regurgitating everything they say. I think mainstream media and the people who did it should be ashamed of themselves. So the next thing I want to go into is this. I think is very important.
Virginia's Fairfax County public school system is denouncing 2 Muslim Student Association chapters.
Yeah, so what we have here is we have Muslim students in Virginia. They're basically recruiting people for their groups, and they're basically openly doing plays as if they're kidnapping people, and this is in Virginia. And the Virginia government came out and said that these kids are really violent. So let's check it out.
At prestigious local high schools over recruitment videos that appear to use anti-Semitic violence. Virginia's Fairfax County public school system is denouncing 2 Muslim Student Association chapters at prestigious local high schools over recruitment videos that appear to use anti-Semitic violence and hostage-taking as sales pitches. Let's bring Virginia's Fairfax County public school system is denouncing 2 Muslim Student Association chapters at prestigious local high schools over recruitment videos that appear to use anti-Semitic violence and hostage-taking as sales pitches. Let's bring in Bethany Mandel, co-author of Stolen Youth and the Mom Wars Substack. Full disclosure, I've got a daughter who goes to one of these schools, and we got the message yesterday from the principal of one of those schools. And here's what it said about a Muslim Student Association at Langley High School and Thomas Jefferson High School posting recruiting videos on Instagram, not approved by the schools. Here's what Langley School said about it. These videos depict violence including kidnappings, with victims being hooded and placed in the trunk of a car, among other things. Acting out this type of violence is traumatizing for many of us to watch, and given world events, especially traumatizing to our Jewish students, staff, and community. I mean, shades of October 7th here.
Yeah.
And this is a student association that's using this as a recruiting tool.
Yeah, I mean, I applaud Fairfax, honestly, for making that statement and for being very unequivocal about the fact that these images are really traumatizing for Jewish students who, just witnessed October 7th unfold in their lifetimes. That was a generational, God willing, generational tragedy.
Not to mention what we saw just around the corner at the Jewish Museum.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so I applaud Fairfax for making that step, but I think that this indicates that there's something deeply, deeply amiss in America, in the young people, and also in the schools, that there is a rot of anti-Semitism that is being allowed to fester. And some of these Muslim students, perhaps they didn't know the line, because in classrooms around the country, there has never been a line depicted of what you can say and what is beyond the pale, because they're not being taught about the Holocaust. They're not being taught about the horrors of October 7th. Teachers unions, a teachers union in Chicago, I just read, they donated $10,000 to a pro-Houthi organization. All of these issues are endemic in teachers unions, in teachers ranks, and among students. And I'm glad that Fairfax drew a line, but it took to get to this point.
The publication Jewish Insider described the video that was circulated among Thomas Jefferson students thusly. It was filmed in a classroom where a student wearing a keffiyeh asks other students if they plan to attend the meeting. When the two students say no, two other students approach them, cover their heads with keffiyehs, and carry them away to the other side of the room as they pretend to scream that they're being kidnapped. We should also point out, too, that one of the students pictured in the video was wearing a black hoodie with an outline of a map of Israel filled in with the colors of the Palestinian flag. Yeah.
And it must be hard for these students to know the line, because that is acceptable speech on a campus, both high school and college. And so they have imbibed Jew hatred to such a degree that they don't know when they've gone too far. And this obviously is too far, but I hope that the schools and the teachers and everyone who are involved in this take a step back and say, there was a lot of stuff that led up to this moment that we didn't put a stop to, and we didn't say this is a line too far. Because how are these students supposed to know what is too far when everything has been allowed up until this point?
So there are some calls for the students to be disciplined as a result of this. Here's what Fairfax County Public Schools said. FCPS would never consider these videos to be appropriate or acceptable content. Any students found to be violating our student rights and responsibilities will be held accountable for their actions. Do you think these students should be disciplined, or should they be enlightened?
I think that they're young enough where they need to have some education. They need to talk to people and read books. This is the point of school, right? You're supposed to educate students. But when we see Holocaust education completely lacking, when we're seeing education about modern times, what just happened 2 years ago on October 7th, that students are being taught about what happened, of course they're ignorant. And so I hope that the students are educated, but also I hope that all of their peers are educated, because it's not just these handful of students where there's a problem.
Well, I was a high school student once, and I know that I was prone to doing dumb things, and hopefully that's just one of those things.
Yeah.
All right, Bethany, great to see you again.
You too.
Thanks.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe.
Yes, that was a great cue. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. I'm gonna start doing these lives every day, so I'm not sure if I'm going to keep everything live for much longer, but we'll see how it goes. But anyway, let's move on to the next story. So, this is the Bronx, and majority of Zohran Mamdani's votes come from this. So, I'm going to play the video. You guys tell me, what do you think?
Happening right now in the Bronx. I can't, because this is America.
But you cannot take us.
Who? Who said?
Me.
What gives you special privilege?
You cannot take us, please.
Who said that?
You cannot do that.
Don't touch my phone. Happening right now in the Bronx.
ربنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار ربنا وآتنا ما وعدتنا. Respond.
Are you taking videos?
Yep, I am. What happened? You want to ask me why I'm taking video?
Yeah.
Because I can't, because this is America.
I'm
That's
not
why.
saying don't take it. I
Okay,
said why.
okay. 'Cause I can't, because this is America.
But you cannot take us.
Who? Who said?
Me.
What gives you special privilege?
You cannot take us, please.
Who said that to
You
you?
cannot do that.
Don't touch my phone.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. This is fucking America.
Oh, there you go. What do you guys think? And it looked like there was any room to walk over there, so I have to fix something. I realize there's a mistake, sorry. But yeah, that, like, I think that is another problem. They have many mosques. Just go pray in your mosques, you know? I understand it's convenient for you to just, like, you know, pray right there, but it's inconvenient for everyone else. That's why there is designated places for praying. So the next thing I think we're going to get into is we're going to get into... So this is Zoran Mamdani's group, Students Justice for Palestine. And they get away, this is November 5th, right? They're dressing up as Hamas and they're being very violent to a point where they have attacked Jews. Right? They're attacking Jews on this campus and it's being done by a group that he started. But nobody says anything, so let's check it out. You guys tell me in the comments, what do you think? Okay, so we saw this guy dressing up as Hamas, but that's not it. I wish, you know, we could stop there. But they have been, like, that's just the sweet part about it. This is the same people. Right here, this is in Toronto University. Students Justice for Palestine. Check out. So let's read what happened. He says, broken glass, blood everywhere, all because we're Jewish and tried to open dialogue. Jewish students at Toronto University were attacked by a mob of Free Palestine students while while hosting an event with IDF veterans. Free Palestine protesters cosplaying as Hamas terrorists violently forced their way into the program while Jewish students barricaded themselves behind a glass door and furniture. The attack left multiple Jewish attendees injured, one of them bleeding from a deep cut in their forearm. Toronto police made multiple arrests. We have to start calling this for what it is, a domestic terrorism. SJP, once again, Students Justice for Palestine, started by Zohran Mamdani, proudly stormed this event with the intention of using violence and intimidation against Jewish students. This is terrorism, right? This is like the first day after he wins the election, his group goes around being violent to Jews. And why isn't nobody talking about it? He started it. He's responsible for what they do. Then he says anti-Semitism is out of control in Canada. It is not normal. It can't continue to be the new normal. I agree. So this is the next topic, but real quick. Okay, I guess they deleted it. It was basically IDF cementing the tunnels of Gaza. So this is a very interesting perspective. I want you guys to hear out. So he's an Iranian, and he's drawing a conclusion to Zohran Mamdani and Khomeini when he took over Iran. So let's check it out, guys.
Zohran Mamdani just won the New York mayoral election, and this guy is promising the same things that Khomeini promised when he got into power. Khomeini promised free bus rides, free gas and electricity, free housing, exactly the same as fucking Zohran Mamdani. And they even eat this thing. They eat with their fucking hands. Who eats with their hands? This guy's trying to pretend to be like, kind of a Muslim and kind of be so cool. The guy wasn't even born in an Islamic country. So it's all a trick. This guy's tricking you. New York is going down. Save this video and talk to me in 5 years' time. Yeah? These guys, they promise the same things. It's the unholy marriage of Islamism and Marxism. And these are the enemy from within. These cities, the thing is, I always say the West is going down. And ironically, the Middle East is slowly coming up. So you guys need to stop this. I'm trying to warn you as an Iranian dissident, as someone that was born in Iran that now lives in the UK, that don't trust these people. They try to be friendly and they're all smiley and they come up with all these fake promises, and before you know it, they take over your society and they eat you from within, and before you know it, you're going to be living in a Sharia communist society. Wake up, West.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. And there is more to it, So this Zohran Mamdani, there's a lot to open up to. So this is also a DSA pressure. So this a journalist actually got into. Let me just read the headline. Here's a New York City DSA anti-war working group's internal document which they accidentally shared with me. So this guy Jerry, he's a reporter. It includes the DSA group's list of demands for the upcoming Mamdani administration. Shockingly, basically all the demands are anti-Israel. Yeah, sorry guys, the bells rang. And now we have disturbance in the backyard. Anyways, while we have this background noise, if I can have you guys subscribe to my channel, that would be amazing. So if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. I'm starting to go live every day, and you could hang with me. You could get the latest news, or you could watch it later. So let's get back into this. So this is the demands. They accidentally sent him this. The attendees agenda, ongoing meeting schedule, nominee, blah, blah, blah. So this is their list of demands from Zoran. Divest city's pension funds from Israeli bonds, securities, withdraw city funds from banks that lend money to Israel or do business in Israel. That is pretty crazy. End city contracts with companies that do business with Israel, operate city-run grocery stores free from Israeli products. It's crazy. Investor in real estate agents hosting illegals. Investigate real estate agents hosting illegal sales of stolen lands in the West Bank. Evict weapon manufacturers and transporters from NYC metro area. You know, all of this BDS bullshit they need to demand from Zoran Mamdani. So, yep. You guys tell me, what do you think about it? I haven't done, I probably should make a whole separate video for this, but let's move on. So, once again, this is like a straight up psyop right now. The Groypers, all of the socialists, right? What happened? I thought these guys are Republican. These people act like they're Republicans, but they're not Republicans.
Ain't no fucking way, bro. Yo, you ballsy with that fucking hat, nigga. Wait, yo.
I love your content.
Fucking ballsy. Wait, what's your name, bro?
Armando.
Yeah. Are you Mexican?
I'm descendant, yeah.
You're a Mexican Groyper, bro.
Just like Nick Fuentes.
Yo, you're gonna make this shit hot, bro. Get the fuck away from me, nigga. Ain't no fucking way, bro. Yo, you ballsy
See
with that fucking hat.
Straight up America first. I told you guys, this is straight up Pakistan first. They have hijacked the America First movement. They're trying to hijack the Republican movement. I think it's time for people to wake up, man. These people have infiltrated, but it gets worse. I wish we could just stop here. But nope. It's just so many different levels on why this is so wrong, what's going on right now. So many different letters. So
Caliphate in New York starts.
Okay, so I wish I was making this up, but this is one of Zoran's main advocates, and she wants to, that's it, she says this is the start of a caliphate here in New York. Check it out.
All right, y'all, the Islamic Caliphate in New York starts now. That means we are all converting to Islam. I've already got one friend converted tonight. So the lines to begin conversion will begin tomorrow morning, bright and early, 8 a.m. There will be mosques being built on every single block. But in the meantime, start outside my door. I am happy to help you convert, happy to be there on your journey. If you'd rather do it with somebody else, totally understand. You have to be safe, you have to be comfortable. But I'm so glad to have you, my brothers, my sisters, my siblings, on this journey. All right, y'all, the Islamic Caliphate in New York starts now. That means we are all converting to Islam. I've already got one friend converted tonight. So the lines to begin conversion will begin tomorrow morning, bright and early, 8 a.m. There will be mosques being built on every single block. But in the meantime, start outside my door. I am happy to help you convert, happy to be there on your journey. If you'd rather do it with somebody else, totally understand. You have to be safe, you have to be comfortable. But I'm so glad to have you, my brothers, my sisters, my siblings, on this journey. All right, y'all, the Islamic Caliphate in New York starts.
Sorry, guys. Had that going on repeat. But, yep, it's that real. So the next thing we're going to get into is the Villa games going on. And it's pretty crazy, guys. There's a lot of stuff to see here. Straight up anti-Semitism out in the open. And you know what? even though they banned Jews from attending, we're gonna see how the UK people reacted. So they're screaming. Okay, so this is at the villa, at the protest.
Every match that the barbaric Israeli establishment or their teams are at, we will be at. Takbir! Allahu Akbar! Every match that the barbaric Israeli establishment or their teams are at, we will be at. Takbir!
So these people are straight up. See, this man, Jews are not allowed to advocate, but this man, the Muslim, is advocating for the Jews. Right there, Ashton Villa.
I'm an Arab citizen of Israel and a fan of Maccabi Tel Aviv. What I've been told you about Maccabi Tel Aviv is completely a lie. Maccabi Tel Aviv has Arab and Jewish fans.
Genocidal baby killer!
Maccabi Tel Aviv has also Arab players. Maccabi Tel Aviv has also Jewish players playing together. This guy is an absolute useful idiot, a terror supporter that does not understand anything about my country, my team, and my society. We're here for a simple reason, not to antagonize, not to do any violent actions. All our mission is very simple. Stand here clearly and say, stop the hate, don't be anti-Semite, and understand one simple thing. We are on the right side of the history. We are the ones who have been attacked time after time, and we are the ones who defend ourselves. And keep in mind, those terror supporters and those terrorists who attacked us, attacked Jews and Arabs, killed Jews and Arabs, and kidnapped Jews and Arabs. It happened time after time. So we're standing here. And if you have a problem with us being here, then I have one question for you. You have a problem with us and not the fact that people cannot come to Britain and watch a football game because you have extremists here who don't want certain people to be here? You should check yourself. We're not in Nazi Germany. This is not the 1940s, 40s. It's 2025, and I promise you, we will not be silent. We will be here, we will show exactly the truth of the Israeli society, and we will scream it and we'll shout it as loud as possible. Stop the hate. Point.
Amen to that, man. Amen to that. These people are getting out of hand. Right? Maybe you should stop the violent people. So let's go into it a little more. Let's see what else is going on here. So we have here the British people come out to protest against anti-Semitism in the UK. They're basically saying that we want anti-Semitism out of UK. And that's pretty noble cause, if you ask me. One moment.
As much as you're saying they're going to be safe and still allow us to join together, it's false because they still create their own state.
We are free in Palestine.
We are working on it, mate. We are working on it. Get out of the way.
It's free. It's nearly free.
Palestine was free in 1948, mate. We're heading into the gates from there, guys.
Publicity for this. Where we said.
You know, actually, I don't. I mean, Ireland's got. I mean, I got a little pepper in the face, but I think that the UK is further down the road. You know, why are you afraid of dystopian communism? You know.
Birmingham, guys. Aston Villa's about to kick off at 8 p.m. Birmingham, guys. Aston Villa's about to kick off.
That is a ultimate response to this anti-Semitism. Jews hire a bunch of boards to drive around saying kick out anti-Semitism. It's true, man. There should not be any hate in sports. Guess what? These people have brought the hate to the sports as well. Like these days, you can't even enjoy a holiday without these people inserting their hate in it. It is what it is. And so this is the same event, same time today. Young Bob, for those that know or don't know Young Bob, he just got arrested. Yep, he got arrested for, just speaking with this man. Let's check it out.
What? Doing well? You insult the Prophet every weekend. You insult the Prophet every weekend.
I don't insult the Prophet.
You know you do.
I don't insult the Prophet.
Well, you're not going to say that here, obviously, because it's going to aggravate people. But let me tell you something.
Well, you know what? I don't give any admiration to a prophet that I believe is obviously false. However, I reciprocate the courtesy that's given to me. So, for example, the Speaker's Corner speakers who are embroiled in financial and sex scandals, I will say things to them that you probably don't like. However, that is the courtesy.
I'm unaware of that.
Well, I'm aware of a certain hijab.
I'm not.
We don't have to discuss it.
I'm not from Hyde Park. I'm from Birmingham.
Of course, yeah.
So let's talk on our turf, in our context. There's no sex scandals and there's no money scandals. But who I do address is Tommy Robinson, who speaks about Islam with total ignorance. And I suppose you yourself will speak with total ignorance as well.
Well, I disagree with Islam of the cusp that it bastardises the Old and New Testament prophets in the case of what they believe about God.
Well, doesn't the Old Testament say that Lot slept with his own daughters and Noah was
Do you know why, though?
Meaning?
Do you know why Lot slept with his own daughters, though? It was out of ignorance of God's commandment. Lot was ordered. Debate me on stage. Do you want to debate on Islam on stage? Do you want to do a stage discussion on Islam?
No, we'll carry on here.
We'll carry on here, yeah. So, yeah, do it on stage, yeah? Let's go on stage, yeah, cool on. Let's have a stage discussion on Islam.
Let's have a discussion, yeah.
Alright, so
what I'm saying is
so you gave a challenge, actually. I was actually going to DM you about this, about talking about Islam. Now, I don't have any moral issues with Islam. However, I think prima facie would have an issue with it. But my issue with Islam is that I think it's a false religion, just off the cusp of what it teaches. So that's what I want to discuss about, really.
Theologically, if people of other faiths would deem the other faith as being false.
No, not off the merit of why I believe Christianity is true.
For instance, Hinduism, according to Christians and Muslims, would be false. Judaism, for you and me, would be false because it's tampered. They reject Jesus. According to Christians, they're Jesus killers. They're murderers of Jesus. The Jewish people murdered Jesus.
And of course, Christ himself was a Jew and so was his apostles. The fact is that, actually, here's an interesting point. No, there isn't a distinction. The Sanhedrin was the one that killed Christ, not the regular Jewish laity.
There's a distinction between being Jewish, of Jewish faith, and of being from the Israelites. The Israelites is a racial designation.
Hold on, guys. I'm sorry, I just had to come in. This kitty has good intentions, but the Sanhedrin did not unalive Christ. It was one traitor, or whatever they say, but the whole point is it was the Romans. It was not the Sanhedrin, and it was not the Jews neither. It was one person who was a rebel Jew. So all these people do is villainize the Jews, right? So just listen to them.
While Judaism is a religious designation. So Benjamin Netanyahu is not from Israelites. He's actually Judaic in faith. But Jesus was from the Israelites, but he was not Jewish.
He was a Jew.
No,
he was called a rabbi. He was actually dedicated to the temple at the age of 12. So he was a Jew.
What do the Tel Aviv Tel Aviv rabbis would swear at Jesus, insult Jesus.
And so would the Muslims for calling him God. You would say that I'm committing shirk and condemned to eternal hellfire.
Do you condemn the Tel Aviv rabbis?
I condemn religiously Jews that call me out for saying that Christ is my God, but I equally do it, 1 second, to the Muslims that say and reject the sonhood of Christ.
It's getting dangerous now. Can you leave there? You're going to prevent. We need to prevent a breach of the peace.
Yeah,
you're winding people up, so go that way.
I'm not going to wind them up. In fact, they invited me to a discussion. Send that to me.
So guys, I noticed something, right? It's 3:44. So earlier here, do you remember this dude? This dude right here. Right? He tried to stop them from speaking. This dude. Right here with the yellow vest.
Theologically, if people of other faiths,
Hold on. You see, he's trying to get him to stop talking about it. He's saying, come, let's go.
Let's have a stage discussion on Islam.
See that? He's telling him, let's go. And then you see, if we move forward, he's no longer here. What did he do? He wants to call the police. Right? Where's the freedom of speech? So let's continue to watch the video. Now the police come.
To prevent a breach of the peace.
Yeah,
you're winding people up, so go that way.
I'm not going to wind them up. In fact, they invited me to a discussion. Send me and the Muslim God, so you of Christ.
Yeah, you're winding people up, so go that way.
I'm not going to wind them up. In fact, they invited me to a discussion. Send that to me. They know my name. I do, my friend.
Essentially, mate, there's a section 35 dispersal order being put in place against yourself, okay? So you say section 35 dispersal order has been authorised by Superintendent 7915 Hadley. The authority starts at 0900 hours this morning. Guys, can I ask you just to step on the footpath?
Sorry, so what has he prescribed as the people who have been sectioned as?
Say again, sorry.
So who are the people that have been given a section?
It's not against a group of people. It's been issued against people who we suspect are breaching the peace.
I dispute that because he invited.
You dispute it. However,
hold on.
Put in place, and
the conditions under a breach of this. Okay.
Yeah, you can read.
Yeah, I can read it. So you tried to say that I am breaching the peace. However, you got me out.
We're doing everything we can to prevent a breach of the peace.
Now, I'm happy.
Hence, you're being issued.
I am happy to stand here to film. However, I'm not happy to move an astronomical far away. And that's probably even counting where my hotel is. So I'm not doing it. How far is that?
Well, there's a map there for you.
Is that where it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a hotel there.
Under what grounds have you issued? Were we trying to issue him this with?
Section 35 dispersal.
You're trying to offer him a Section 35 dispersal, yeah?
You can take that. We need your details. Say it again, sorry.
Under what grounds?
I've explained it to him already.
No, it's only
breach of the peace.
I'm the one who brought check to him.
I know, but why?
He was the one who literally invited me to come here.
Use their section.
He invited me to speak with him.
Minutes, however, there's been numerous incidences now, hasn't there?
No, he invited me to speak with him.
Exactly.
That's not a breach of the peace. It's a consent. He's consented for me to be here.
Prevent a further breach of the peace.
How about this?
Okay.
We can agree.
You staying here is going to cause a breach of the peace.
If I stay on this road,
let me finish. Hence, you are being.
I have a hotel room here. Okay. I am not moving away from my hotel. You are sectioning me of an entire, even including Birmingham New Street. Yeah. I am not doing that. However, I want you to give me an argument for why I'm breaching the peace. I was invited to speak to the sheikh there. That's actually quite peaceful.
In the last 2 minutes, yes, you were. However, there's been numerous incidents in the last hour, okay, that have caused outbursts from parties from that side.
Could I suggest something? If I stay on this side of the road here, I wouldn't be breaching the peace. I wouldn't even be able to have contact with the people over there.
That's fine, but we've directed you to do that numerous times.
In fact, I was staying there after you told me.
To do that numerous times. You keep coming back over and going onto that side.
You told me.
Into the middle of that
You told me.
Okay, where further arguments keep breaking out.
I am not.
Hence this
that is an invalid dispersal warning. I am not breaching the peace. Can you tell me how I'm doing that?
I've already explained it to you numerous times. I've already explained it to you numerous times.
What have I done?
I've already explained it to you numerous times.
What have I done?
Again. It's been, yeah. We need your details though. So,
No.
Happy to give you details?
Yeah.
Pardon?
And what do you want his details for?
Are you happy for him to leave without his details?
Yeah, you can't take. But what do you want his details for?
I'm not happy to leave.
He ain't giving his details in front of all these people and cameras. Not a chance in hell. And also, under what section do you want his details in the first place? Because I'm his legal observer right about now.
Yeah, to dispersal.
Yeah, but no, but what dispersal? We're not accepting no dispersal. Let's go, Bob. Let's go this way. Leave him.
What under what dispersal?
What are you detaining him under?
No, it's being dispersed on
He's coming. Let's go. Disperse ourselves.
Yeah.
We disperse ourselves.
Been shown the map area.
We don't need the map. We don't need no map.
Why are they targeting you, bro? Why are they targeting?
Walk away from him. Yeah? Don't engage with him. Yeah? Just walk away from him. Do not engage with him. If he starts asking you for your details, you want to know why you gotta have certain rights. Yeah? You've got rights. They can't just come and take your details.
They've just sectioned me for absolutely no reason whatsoever. In fact, the Sheikh invited me to speak with him. Absolute joke. The fact is that the police are scared of people speaking out. They're scared of recordings. They're scared of people that could put Birmingham police under dispute. It's ridiculous.
Why do you want his details? Don't take that bit of paper, Bob. Do not look at it.
So you are now leaving the area voluntarily.
No, he hasn't, mate. No, he hasn't. He don't know no map. Yeah?
They dispersed you.
He's not very good at reading and writing.
Look, he was only having a debate with someone. What the fuck?
Okay, so if I argue to you that I'm not breaching the peace, that's not a disbursement warning. That it covers me.
It's not up to whether
they invited me to speak. In fact, you know what? I will take the. You know what? I will take the arrest and I'll win. I will take the arrest and win. Because you know why? Because I wasn't breaching the peace.
They invited him, man.
He invited me. He invited me. In fact, okay, you know what? I'll win it, and I'll also get the guy who pushed me arrested.
That was an imam wanting to speak to a Christian. That's all it was.
So I'll take the arrest, and I'll win.
He's a Christian who wants to speak to an imam. That's all it was, officer.
He literally invited me on stage. So you know what? I'll take the arrest. I'm going to stand here. I'm going to take the arrest, and I'll win. Because I know that I have not been breaching the peace.
You've been dispersed under a Section 35 order.
Have I been breaching the peace?
That's not what I'm saying. I said
no, because you said the Section 35 is under people who have breached the peace. Have I breached the peace?
Well, you jumped in there and
no, we didn't. It was invited.
He was invited.
It's live on camera.
It's all on video.
Video's live. He was invited.
One guy who assaulted me.
Stop talking over me if you don't want to be spoken to. Okay. There's been numerous incidents in the last hour. Okay. Where arguments have broken out, and you've been at the centre in each and every one of them.
No, I haven't. In fact, no, it was one guy who. Right, hold on. One guy assaulted me when I came here. The other guy said, "I don't want him here." How is that? I have done nothing. If you look at towards the reports that these people have made, I have not contributed anything physically, verbally, intellectually towards someone being under distress. It's this colloquialism that the police use is covered under people who have breached the peace. Have I breached the peace?
The dispersal order has been put in place.
Have I breached the peace?
Yes, you have.
By doing what?
I've explained to these.
No, you haven't. He's just said
numerous incidents where
including
arguments have broken out. Okay.
No, it's one-way argument. Arrest the people who have complaints against me for no reason. Because you know what? I guarantee you, with the legal representation that I have, I will be able to laugh at any sheet of paper you give at me. Because firstly, the Sheikh invited me on stage to speak. That is a consensual discussion between a community leader. I think as police officers, in order to alleviate aggression, you would want me to be there to discuss. Yeah, a guy who assaulted me that you've done nothing about. Another guy who just pointed me out when I wasn't even there.
Details for the assault, but we need you to leave and.
No, you're not getting my details because you're the one who eagerly tried to get my Hold on, you tried to eagerly get my details on camera because you know that fucked me over, including the fact that one interview. That is true.
Come and speak to us away. The fact that there's.
Yeah, and I have listened to you, but I'm not giving you my details.
Okay, but we need you to leave.
Under what section? Section 35, which includes me breaching the peace. Now, have I breached the peace?
Yes, you have.
By doing what?
I've been told.
But you've been told, so you're following orders.
The ground of
No, it's not. It's members of the public.
What have I done?
So we need to.
You have to give grounds on why it's breaching the peace.
legislation,
You know what I mean?
law.
You can't just say breach of peace. You
What?
can't just make it up.
Yes.
What, okay, listen, I'd be happy to stand on the other side of the road. However, that would be by the consent of your... Not on this side of the road. However, you need to identify what is the parameters of breaching the peace. No, you haven't. You haven't, and I've done that.
It's on body one.
It's on body one, and we're going to see... What you're going to see is the fact that...
And you keep coming back into it, and every time you go back in there, okay, an argument breaks out and you're at the centre.
Have I started these arguments? Have I even spoken to the people that have these arguments?
You're interviewing someone and an argument breaks out.
No, I haven't even interviewed people. I interviewed one person. One person, and you've correctly identified the format as an interview.
Well, I've been there on 2 separate instances.
Okay, the first occasion was a man who came up to you and said, I don't like him because he does Speaker's Corner videos. The second gentleman assaulted me for no reason as I tried to ask him a question. The third time that you're now using... No, I am not.
Okay, all right. We just...
Have to arrest him and then he's going to have to sue you in court.
I'll take it. I'll take the arrest, and this will be laughable.
Yeah, arrest him and then he'll sue you, isn't it?
Okay, all right. At the moment, mate, you're under arrest.
Yeah.
Okay, refusing to...
So he's arresting young Bob.
I'll laugh at him.
Yeah,
We'll take it.
Take it,
We'll take it. We're going to take the arrest. We'll take the arrest.
And him man wanted to talk to a Christian. That's what his mum said. Take Bob and you take him.
Listen, this is the Islamification of the UK. A sheikh trying to speak to me is an arrestable offence. This is the demonstration of West Midlands police inability to police. We'll take the arrest, gentlemen.
Bob, we'll see you Sunday. See you Sunday, Bob.
Liberate England!
Okay, that was pretty crazy. You know, poor kid, he was just speaking to him. I mean, you could tell, like, you know, this has been a big problem. The British people don't have any protection from these people. You know, it's their word against the British people words. You know, if anytime someone is not comfortable with somebody else, that is a personal problem. It shouldn't impede their freedom of speech. But it is what it is. Anyway, I think I'm all out of videos, so I'm probably gonna end the stream, and then we will get back to maybe next time I will stream. Probably gonna do tonight debates or either tomorrow. If you guys that don't know, I do debates every day on TikTok where we have the pro-Palestinian community comes up and we have debates. I don't basically care who comes up. You know, a lot of times we have a lot of terrorists comes up, a lot of people that are pro-terrorists, we have white supremacists. It's a lot of diversity. You know, and if you guys are interested, please subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.